What's up, y'all, man? We back with another one. So this topic gonna go over: Is it like a limitation of what your woman should be wearing or doing on social media platforms? And again, that's between multitude of things. But I say like, if you're a person with some, morals and some, self-respect, I'm sure a lot of guys out there have had this argument. I'm just saying, like, they can feel some type of way after hearing this, or you not getting money like we getting money, like that's between y'all. But I'm sure these dudes have had these arguments and conversations with their ladies and never come to a respectable conclusion, because I mean it's endless. But if you see a shorty on the gram and on YouTube, on whatever platform, and she's soliciting her body for the income, and then you go through the thing and she's married, like, yeah, I mean, it's disrespectful. I ain't gonna really kind of sugarcoat it. It's disrespectful and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. You married this man, did vows, did the whole wedding, did all the commitment, long story short, but every other homie on the street getting it for free. Everybody else getting everything else for free. The only thing we're not doing, essentially, I mean, and again, that's unknowingly. I'm not in your DMs. But the only thing I'm assuming that's not happening is you're not getting clapped by all these other men. But they get full access to you overall. They get to see all the amenities they want off of you, which should be shown particularly to your man only. We get to see how you going to look in a bathing suit, how you going to look in lingerie, how and it's disgusting. Now, again, I personally feel like, yes, you're getting a man that has to tolerate that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really getting a man that's going to be like, hey, look, I have some self-respect. I don't want my lady in the streets for income. You know what I'm saying? For income. Like, I got to be okay. And again, there's a lot of y'all might be coming out with some hate, whatever, but I'm telling you, you did not wake up and say, hey, the woman I have and I get with, I want to be in the streets. I want her to solicit herself for her content, per se. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not a thing. You didn't say that when you was a young man, before you got serious and found a woman, got a family, you did not say, I want this woman to make sure she gets her BBL, make sure she gets her chest all done up and surgeryed up, and I want her to get her lips done, I want her to get her face done, I want her to get all this edited, and then say, show it off on the streets for likes, follows, for clout. No, nobody's saying that. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen a man say he said that. In part two, it just doesn't make sense for you to organically say that's what you're okay with. Now, a lot of y'all men, again, even when you go to the gym, a lot of y'all men have mustered up some quote-unquote competence of like, hey, I'm going to acceptance, really. Some acceptance on, I'm just going to let it slide. I mean, my girl's good looking, I'm going to let her look like this. And again, at some point you might say, hey, look, this is a little too much. You go to the gym, you see the girl's thong, you see her chest, you see the booty, you see everything. Ain't nothing left for imagination. The only thing I'm contemplating is, maybe is some hair down there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. It's sad. It's sad. Like, that's the only thing that you left up for imagination, maybe. And what color, the nipple is. And some of y'all shorties, they let that slip too. You be walking down the street, girl wearing a t-shirt, no bra, white t-shirt. So now you know what color a nipple is too. It's like, I mean, back then I'm sure things were left towards a little bit more imagination. You had to really paint the picture in your head and just come up with some assumptions so you could, okay, I seen her. But the only thing I didn't do when I walked past your wife was I didn't clap yet. That's it. That's crazy. That's what guys could say. Not me particularly, but I'm just saying that's what a guy could say. He could be like, the only thing I didn't do when I went on her social media was clap her yet. because her content shows everything else I needed to see. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Like, y'all should have some self-respect. And when you're in these arguments and these discussions with your lady and she's like, oh, I'm not, you can say, look, this is disrespectful. Not only is it disrespectful to myself, it's disrespectful to yourself. For yourself going in the streets and soliciting yourself. What do you think you're insinuating when you dress like this and you go down the street, you go to the grocery store? Who else needs to know you're fine besides me? You know what I'm saying? Overall, like, you can show that you're beautiful, don't get me wrong. But who else needs to see everything that you got? They need to see your ass, your titties. They need to see everything. Everything. Nothing's left for imagination. What did I sign the contract for? That's what I would be like. What was the point of me signing this contract saying I'm with you and you mine? And this brother here got a if he was a cop, you would be arrested in 5 minutes. Ain't nothing left for imagination. He can paint your picture. Oh, that's my wife. Yes, man. She showed us everything. You lucky we wasn't on a nude beach. That's the only thing that didn't. A nip slip didn't happen. That's it. But it's disgusting. And then they show their men in the videos with them like that makes it better. No, it makes it worse. It makes it more disrespectful. I don't know if it's a trend. You got your Adam 22s. You got all these other people. I don't know if it's a trend for society where they like, hey, I want this cucking thing to be a thing. I want more men to be okay, you know. Or are the women in private saying, hey, look, are they talking to their men? And when the men's getting so wired up and being told, quote unquote, he's insecure, are they listening to that? You know, that's a big question I would have. Like, are y'all really listening to the lady to come in y'all face, yell at you, tell you, I didn't know you was insecure? And just so you know, if you don't have any kids with this woman, before you even had kids with her, you saw the problem. So I can't really help you there. No, I'm not going to necessarily give you advice because I don't feel like that's my right to. If you have a family, that's between you. You got kids now, that is between y'all. You know what I'm saying? So y'all do y'all's thing. But if you don't have any kids with this lady yet, listen up, man. You don't have no investment besides time with her yet, cut it. If she's not going to have a conversation and come to some reason, cut it, man. You're disrespecting yourself. You're going to disrespect your family. You're going to disrespect your children when Mom Dukes looks like she's available every time she goes to the soccer meet. Like, you don't want to do that. You want her to be somewhat of a respectable. You still want her to be cold. Don't get me wrong. You still want her to be fine. But you do not have to have her solicit herself like that. Because she's going to disrespect you in a lot of other ways, man. A lot of other ways. It's not over for what she's wearing. That's not going to stop. You're going to get disrespected in other ways, in other vicinities that you didn't anticipate. So just so you know, like, keep that in mind. It's not over. Like, when she's not done disrespecting you, like, it's other things that, you know, I'll talk about later, but there's other things that she's going to come up and you're going to be like, dang, why'd I let that slide? Why'd I let that slide? And you're going to keep getting disrespected. Keep that in mind. So that's just my 2 cents on it, man. Like, if you see your girl soliciting herself down the street, coming outside disrespectful, 2, you know, if you have some daughters, what are they going to do? They're going to dress them up the same disrespectful way. It's not going to be no real cutoff point. And then your say is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. You know, so not only did your shorty disrespect you all them years, now your children is disrespecting you. Like, all this is levels and levels to it. But I digress. I hope y'all enjoy. I'm out.